Namaskar. A warm welcome to all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Let me begin with a quote. While literary was not the end, but the beginning of new endings. So, a very good evening and a pleasant evening to everyone present here. Today is a monumental day for YDB Institute of Law as we proudly host and concluded the first edition of annual conference with a fruitful outcome. I'm so proud that our management constantly supporting for such kind of an efforts. These are evidence. Respected Chairperson in Finances, Honorable Justice, Honorable Vice Principal of Medical College, esteemed guests, all the technical chairpersons, principals, head of the Department of Allied, Constituent Units of YDE Institution, faculty members, colleagues, participants, and dear students. It is my privilege and honor to deliver welcome address on this notable occasion. This is a remarkable day as we have started the first glory in the name of National Conference, the annual conference with specially respected protection of women and child rights. So it was a tremendous outcome of this conference, and of course, that is fruitful and that pleasant effort, untiring effort from all of that aspirates, all the people is the result. At the outset, on behalf of YDE Institute of Law and Management, I extend a warm and a gracious welcome our Chief Guest, Honorable Justice Sri B.A. Patil, sir. Former Judge, High Court of Karnataka, Chairman, Karnataka Land Grabbing Prohibition Special Court Bank. Sir, your presence is a true blessing and your renowned journey continues to inspire generation. We're proudly, deeply honored to welcome you to the let me take a proud moment to welcome our again visionary leader, Dr. B.A. Kalpaja, Madam Chairperson, YDE Group of Institution. In her address, Madam transferred a countless lives through her passion and her vision. A warm welcome to Madam in her absence. A heartfelt welcome to all the in-house members of YDE Group of Institution who continue to be the foundation of our collective success. Lastly, I extend wholehearted welcome to all our guests, technical chairperson, participants, students, colleagues, and dear friends. I need to be have to note all the technical chairperson due to their busy schedule also they have accepted our invitation. They were part of this Glory by conference. So names such as Dr. Om Prakash, Dean of Jain University, Dr. Raghunath Sir, Principal of Vaikunta Paliwala College, Udupi, Dr. Anjina Reddy, Principal of RB Law College, Bangalore, so Dr. Veerabhadraya, Professor of BMS Law College, Dr. Anish, Professor of Cochin University, Dr. Kaubuddi, Professor, Doctor of CUSAT again, and then she was also part of recently has been switched over to Nazar University, and there are various other people. There's our in-house member also, Professor Shilpi, the professor from Christ University, our in-house faculty member. They have taken unfair efforts to organize this one. And one thing that really have to be noted out here, special thanks to all my students. Their untired efforts from the day one to till today. Their untired effort is remarkable, and we will glorify in future also. All the best. God bless you.
We also extend a warm welcome to you, sir. I now request a Vice Principal, Medical College, and the Principal Sir to state Honorable Justice. So please accept this small token of gratitude. In fact, we are very grateful to have you on this. Ladies and gentlemen, to introduce our today's chief guest, Honorable Justice Sri B.A. Patil Sir, former Judge, High Court of Karnataka, Chairman, Karnataka Land Grabbing Prohibition Special Court, Bengaluru, born on January 20th, 1959 at Hubballi in Dharwad district, to late Annagowda, sorry, Annagowda Patil and late Shushila Annagowda Patil as a third son. He had his primary education at Dharwad, Haveri, and Bangalore, secondary education and college at RLS Higher Secondary School and Mrityunjaya Arts and Commerce College, Dharwad. Further, Sir obtained law degree from University of Dharwad, University College Dharwad in 1983, and started practicing with Sri M.C. Bundy, senior advocate on both civil and criminal law, and after that, Sir obtained LLM degree from PG Department of University Law College, Bengaluru, in marketing law, and secured first rank and gold medal in the branch. Sir also worked as a part-time law faculty member in Gurgaddi Ajja Law College, Dharwad, GK Law College, Hubballi, University Law College, Dharwad, MIEB course at Karnataka University, and IAS Center at Karnataka University, and Sidramaya IAS Center at Dharwad. Practiced on both civil and criminal side, and also worked for Legal Service Authority, and was also the panel advocate to APMC. And remarkably, Sir was awarded Aryabhatta Award by Aryabhatta Samskruti Sanghite, assisted in analyzing the response received in questionnaire by the committee on the reforms of criminal justice system. Sir visited San Francisco, USA for getting trained in mediation techniques and as a trained mediator. Thereafter, Sir was selected as direct district and session judge in 2002 and worked as additional session judge, Bangalore Lokayukta, additional session judge, Bengaluru CBI Court, and first additional district judge, Rural District, and as registered administrator in High Court of Karnataka, and additional Registrar General, Circuit Bench, High Court of Karnataka, and also Registrar Judicial, High Court of Karnataka. Further, as a principal district and session judge, Chikmagaluru, Registrar Recruitment, and Registrar General, High Court of Karnataka, Vigilance, and Sir got elevated as High Court of Karnataka judge on 14th of November 2016 and was permanent judge on 3rd November 2018. And remarkably, sir, I should mention this to the crowd on this occasion that as a law practitioner, I have appeared before justice on many occasions. And I should tell you, the man of knowledge and the man of humor who entertains the matters of a junior advocate like me, sir has never said no to anything, but he always he made sure that I was equipped with my, many times sir has taken left and right because I was not prepared for the matter. But because of sir, I made sure that I go to high courts, I appear before the bench without preparation, I never go. And this is learned because of Justice B.A. Patil sir, because I started my leadership practice appearing before sir. Sir, thank you so much, and many like me today. Many like me today, as a practitioner, still remember you have embarked your presence in our heart because you have given us the learning life for a profession, sir. And I once again welcome you on behalf of IB Groups of Institution. And now I request you to address the gathering, so please.
Good evening to one and all. Dr. C.J. Manjunatha, Principal of Vaidehi Institute of Law. Dr. Jagdish, Vice Principals of Vaidehi Medical College, and my best friend. Dr. Om Prakash, Dr. Raghunath, Anjan Reddy, Shilpi, Anish, and Komaluddin, Veerbhadreya, Dhanashree, Rajkumar, Nadeep, and Sneha Gopal, and other faculty members whom I have not quoted. My dear students, invitees, ladies and gentlemen, and friends, persons from press and electronic media. I feel it as a great honor and privilege to visit this great institution. That too for the first annual valedictory function. The subject which has been chosen is a dynamic subject. I am also happy to know that this conference has been inaugurated by Honorable Justice Shivraj B. Patil, former judge of the Supreme Court of India. He is a great human being with vast knowledge, especially in the field of protecting the woman and child. After hearing Shivraj Justice Patil, that hearing subsequently is like seeing a cricket match and a Kohli has played and thereafter if I come and play, what will be the situation? The same situation is with me. But however, with love and affection, you have called me to address the valedictory function. And in that light, I have to address the gathering. My friends, I say you are fortunate. During our law study, when we were going to law schools, no good campuses like this were there. No curricular activities were there like this. A conference, mood board, and debate, discussions, all these things are not there. Only on time attending the class. If you are interested, you have to sit in the library. Otherwise, go out and enjoy the life. It was a last resort. Joining an LLB was a last resort. In that light, it was very neglected, that is, field during our period. But now we find so many activities. Dr. Shilpi was telling so how she was busy with so many other activities in the law college. Even though I have visited the same law college, that she cannot remember that whether I have visited or not. Even the lecturers and the professors who are teaching here, they are also having so many other activities other than this teaching the law. My friends, nowadays, law as a career in India has got a great demand, and it is also inviting innovative ideas and approach to deal with the life of the people. Even though we find so many advocates, especially in Bangalore, more than 50,000 advocates are there, but there is a dearth of an intellectual advocate. So in that light, I advise you that if you want to study the law, you study the law seriously, perfectly, and carefully, with interpreting each of the words which are involved in the legal aspects. I quote one instance. A notification has been made by the government of India that the taxes on coconut chips has been exempted. This was the, I am simply telling this. Taxes on coconut chips have been exempted. The clerk who was drafting it, in between the coconut and chips, he put a comma. You see, coconut chips was exempted from the tax. The clerk who was drafting it, he put a comma in between, that is coconut and the chips. So then, when a matter came up before the court, a senior counsel argued and explained with reference to only comma what will be the meaning of that. Then the court held that coconut as well as the chips is exempted from the tax. Why I am quoting this? Because whenever the lawyer argues the case, so he must be very thorough with the facts of the case. If you have not understood the facts of the case, then definitely that you will not be in a position to convince the judge. Here also, in case of conference and debates and discussions, if you have understood the problem, then only that you can convey in the technical sessions to the persons who are presiding over them. Otherwise, that you will not be in a position to convince the presiding, that is the judges in this conference also. So that's why that there is a demand for trained legal degree holders in India. So many times I comment in the court also, who has given you the LLB degree. One such incident happened in my court itself. So I was a part-time faculty member in five law colleges. So he appeared, and I asked him, who taught you all this law? Sir, you are also one of them. And I said that I have to do this hand to this that is fan. So that's how that the things are that is going on, because they get a degree, but they are unable to convince and convey what exactly they want to convey to the court. Until then, unless he convinces the judge, so your decision will not be in your favor. It will not be in your favor. I will quote one instance when a senior criminal lawyer visited a school to address. He addressed the gathering. One one of the girl, aged about 12 or 14, she stood up and said, "Lawyers are liars." Then he asked, "Why that you are telling like that?" Then she said, "So, 15 days back, you have conducted a murder case wherein I am the eyewitness. I came and deposed before the court about the incident which has happened in front of me. But you got acquitted." The words which he has used is to the girl. He said, "I have not lied. I have not said that the murder has not been committed. That I have only said that the prosecution has failed to prove its case." The nicety in which that he has put their life system. So that's why whenever you apply your mind, so here you apply your mind with great implications in that particular words. My friends, the today's topic which we have chosen is exploring the evolving dynamics of the protecting women and child rights in modernized world. It is a very good subject for the purpose of debating and discussion. I quote Swami Vivekananda. He said, "It is impossible to think about the welfare of the world unless the condition of women is improved. It is impossible for a bird to fly on only one wing." I will quote. So it contains so many things in that particular saying of the Vivekananda. So you that is think and imagine that if a woman is not there, it is not considered to be a perfect society. There will not be any life at all. So that's why in society, woman plays an important role from birth to death. Women share their love, affection, and they bear the burdens of the men in their family and in their duties and in other activities. But in spite of that, there is no proper recognition and protection in the family and the society. So whatever the problems which the woman is facing all around the world have faced the similar nature of problems. But they are at different stages and a different context. So earlier that you are aware of, the status of the woman was no right to education, property, child marriage, physical and psychological harassment, emotional abuse, poor condition of the widows, and nowadays under the digitalization that you know that so many that is harassment that is going on by using this particular mobiles. So my friends, even if you take this particular constitutional aspect, that we say equality to all, economical equality, political equality, and other equalities, but whether that equality has been maintained in all these aspects. But in spite of that, since last few years, there is a mass movement in protection of human and child rights. Nowadays, they are also getting education. At this juncture, I pause when we were studying the law, only two ladies were there. Whenever we meet our old friends, so which is your batch? No, we are the batch of that prema. What happened used to be that? Now we see that lot of that is women are that is coming and joining this work. So in that light, the education, property rights, employment, and participation in the aspect of the society can be found. So here, after the Second World War, the United States Nations Organization conducted several conventions for the protection of the rights of this particular women. So my friends, women's rights and child rights are go hand in hand. Safeguarding the rights and guaranteeing them is everybody's responsibility. My friends, even in spite of the protections that we find domestic violence, POCSO cases, and even sexual harassment and human trafficking and harassment at the workplace, terminations of pregnancy, birth control, child labor, and other harassments. In the Constitution, Article 15 of Clause 3 has also provided the protections. It directs the state from making any special provision for women and child. There are so many laws have been also passed in this regard. And Article 23 provides for prohibition of trafficking in human beings and forced labor. 24 provides for prohibition of employment of the children in factories. But in spite of that, so here that we saw or we see that so many that child labor is found. Honorable Supreme Court as well as the High Courts in plethora of decisions has taken steps to protect the rights of particularly the child and women. So here, to quote some of these particularly the decisions of the Honorable Supreme Court, in the case of Dinesh versus State of Rajasthan, it has been observed that the name of the victim shall not be published even in publication of the judgment or in the newspaper. Even at the time of trial of a rape case, how that it has to be conducted, there are certain guidelines so people have been given. Otherwise, that the victim will be again that re-raped in the court. To that extent, the protection is required. That the trial of this particularly the rape cases has to be conducted in camera. So these are the guidelines which have been issued. And in the case of Om Prakash versus the state of UP, it is observed that victim of sexual assault is not treated as an accomplice, and as such, the evidence does not require any corroboration. In Evidence Act, whenever a trial has been held, at what we say, so here there must be corroborative evidence to connect. But in case of that is sexual harassment, if a victim comes and tells, that is sufficient. She is considered to be an eyewitness to the incident. Just like in a murder case, the eyewitness comes and tells. So yet his that is trustworthiness has to be believed in the same fashion. So yet the victim's evidence has to be that is accepted and it does not require any corroboration in the law. In case of Vishaka versus the state of Rajasthan, I think in the morning debates, so many discussions have been made on this Vishaka. But there are so many guidelines issued in this Vishaka. But there are no, that is, implementation of such type of guidelines which have been issued. So in that particular case, Justice J.S. Verma, Chief Justice of India, has given directions to protect the women's harassment at workplace. A committee has to be constituted, and the committee is to be headed by a senior female member of that particular institution, and so protection has to be given to that particular woman. So these are all the guidelines which have been issued. In spite of that, so in another case, that is Aslam Fernandez is of the state of Goa, it has been observed that in spite of the Act on Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace, that is Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act of 2013, so here it is enforcement is being inadequate. So what I want to bring to your kind notice, so here by virtue of these conferences, so you are discussing, but there are some flaws. Where that flaws are there? Where the lacuna is there? What is the problem in implementing those directions? That discussion is very much required. So our vice, that is the president of the medical college, is presiding over. That's why I quote this illustration. If a patient comes to the doctor, so here if he identifies and diagnoses properly what is the problem and disease with which he is suffering, so here definitely a proper medicine can be. In the same fashion, so here we are not in a position to understand, so here what is the actual harassment which is going to take place at workplace. It may be by colleagues, it may be by boss, it may be by some other persons, or the persons who are working in the institution itself. Many a times that they are not noticed and not complained about. For various reasons. For various reasons. It cannot be discussed at this particular stage because it is not the platform for discussing about those things. So yeah, that's why the Supreme Court has very heavily come down and said, so here that inadequate enforcement of the particular acts with reference to that is sexual harassment at the workplace. So my friends, in another case, that is Krishna has held that restriction on women officers at Indian Foreign Service regarding promotions, foreign postings and constitution of service post-marriage may be a violation of Article 14. So yet that they have made a notification by the central government that if a woman is there, so she cannot be that is posted for foreign posting. And continuation of the service after the marriage. So these are restrictions which have been imposed. So here that C.B. Muttama, so she challenged and Honorable Supreme Court has said no, it is violation. That it affects Article 14, right to equality. And in another case, Air India versus Nagesh Mirza. So in that particular case also, it is said that discriminatory employment conditions imposed by Air India, which required air hostess to resign upon marriage, retire at the age of 35, or give upon their first pregnancy as unjustified. Nowadays, these problems are not there because that it has been already solved by the Supreme Court by giving various verdicts. So, my friends, in this regard, there are so many provisions which we can see, and so many decisions are also there in this particular regard. I quote Mahatma Gandhi. He said, "Human dignity demands courage to defend oneself I unquote. So here, if a woman wants to protect her rights, so here she requires some courage. So society now it requires that the courage has to be given to her instead of condemning her or instead of that is abusing her. You are seeing in many cases wherein the courts have observed in case of a rape and other cases that it has been condemned by the Supreme Court and heavily come down and ordered that such observations should not be made in deciding such type of cases. So in that regard, that this particular is the saying of Mahatma Gandhi that women must have a courage to defend themselves, then only laws will be given more effectively and achieve the objects. So I want to let us quote one film that you are also aware of, Hindi film. A group of ladies that they were going back after this particularly the training program is over at about 10. So one person attacked on them, and the coach who was there, he came and protected. Second day also that they were going, and few that is boys, they again troubled. He was present. Coach was present. He kept quiet. He kept quiet. Then they fought and escaped from that place. Second day that one of the girls came and asked the coach, so you are there, if you did not protect us, what type of a human being you are? So then he says, always I cannot be there with you to protect. You should learn how to protect yourself. So it has sent a very good signal. Why am I just telling all this? Because so whenever you see a movie, so there also some law is there. Some law is there. I will tell to the law students, if you are a student of Mohammedan law, marriage, if you see nikah, film is there. Nikah. All the procedures which have been that has to be followed, it has been seen in that film. You can write and examine that. That's why I say. So if you want to see a film, so here see perfectly. But applying mind. What is the law involved in? In that, that's a object also that I want to quote this particular illustration. Even that you have studied this particularly, the other aspects also. The main object of this conference is to bring together scholars, academicians, professionals, judges, and the students to share their ideas and thoughts so as to bring the changes in the society. So here, it is an exposure of not only professors, it is an exposure to the students also, whoever is going to participate. Somebody has to move the ball. Until and unless somebody moves the ball, so you will not start thinking. Since morning that you have heard so many technical sessions. So yet now that you are having some perfect idea what type of harassment will be there and how that thing has to be protected, and at least so here a little bit that is protect you, that is measures that you will be that is coming to know. So in that regard, so here this type of conferences so which are being held by this Vaidini Law Institute. So I appreciate and I congratulate them for having held this particular conference. My friends, the persons who comes as a resource persons are technical persons. So they come prepared. They will be studying from all aspects. and thereafter that they submit. Hearing one of such person is like reading 100 books to get to that much material. That much material. It cannot be that it's shared anywhere. Even I am regretting. So your online facility was not there to join to this. To me, it has not been, link has not been provided to me. Otherwise, I could have also enjoyed that. So you know, so many things are there in this particular regard to discuss. So during COVID, that one incident happened in Bihar. So here, lockdown was there. He was a laborer. He was having two kids. That is a female. One was studying in 9th standard and another was in 3rd standard. Schools were also closed. They were not having any means because that all lockdown was there. And at that time, so a media person approached them and told the parents, I will pay the money. And although you are a daughter, that I will take some pictures. So that is agreed because that the money was not there with them even for food. So here subsequently, that he has taken a secret photographs of her and uploaded it in the website. So subsequently, that the person has been prosecuted and other things have taken place. How that is particularly the harassment is going to be taken place by using these situations. One has to realize. One has to realize. The poor condition is one of the conditions wherein that the sexual harassment will be more. If you go to this Gulbarga side, child marriages we find, trafficking in human beings we find. Even some foreigners comes and get them married and take them and they sell there for purpose of prostitution. I have conducted many cases on this line, either on the bail or passing and other cases. So if this type of cases will come before the courts, then if a proper assistance is there, so here that what I want to do is, so here ultimately the object of the law is to do justice. Justice to the victim. So when that the justice can be done, law requires that there is an evidence. Many a times, many people comment in public, no, that they like murder case and that rape case. So your court got acquitted. Court got acquitted. If a victim herself comes and says, no rape has taken place, whether the court can convict? It can convict if medical evidence is sufficiently proved. I have convicted one case wherein even the victim turned hostile. So there is a presumption. So here certain things, if they are proved that in a rape case, then the burden sits upon the accused. He has to explain. If he fails to explain, rebuttal on preponderance of probabilities, so then that he has been convicted. And in that light, I convicted both of them, and it was upheld in the High Court as well as in the Supreme. So merely because that some evidence, if it is not there, the court cannot do anything. That's why, so here an advocate or a prosecutor who is prosecuting this type of cases, that he must apply his mind what type of material has to be placed before the court. So then only that the court can do. Nowadays the law has been developed. Even the Supreme Court has said, judge is not a silent spectator and he is not an umpire. He is not an umpire to decide In a cricket match, no. That is not the case of a judge. That he has to apply his mind, and wherever if it is required, he can call the evidence under 165 of the Evidence Act, and he can record the evidence and come to the proper conclusion in doing the justice. So that's why, in this particular regard, I want to quote one quotation of Justice Warren E. Burger, former Chief Justice of Supreme Court of USA, while addressing the American Bar Association. He said, I quote, "As a healers of human conflicts, the obligation of the legal profession is to provide mechanisms that can produce an acceptable result in the shortest possible time with the shortest possible expenses and minimum of stress on the participants." So, legal profession is to provide mechanisms that can produce an acceptable result. That's why the role of an advocate plays a very important role. Since morning that we have discussed so many things and so many lectures, this and that. Ultimately, where the matter will come before the court. If a sexual harassment or a workplace is there, the committee decides, and thereafter it comes to the court. Or if a POCSO case comes, so here it comes to the court. So here the legal assistance that which produces an acceptable result, the shortest possible time with the shortest possible expenses and minimum stress on the participant. I will let us quote one instance wherein that it happened in my court only. A sexual harassment has taken place against a 5-year girl. No, not 5, 3 years. So her evidence has to be recorded in the court. How that it has to be recorded? When she came and appeared before the court, she started crying by seeing the scene of the court. So then I said, today that you take back this. Then the next day, that again that child was brought. I took that particular child into confidence, whether you are going to school. Yes, I am studying in LKG. Then I said, whether your teacher tells any stories. Yes, she tells the stories. After that is hearing the story, you go and tell to your parents. Yes, I'm very happy to tell the stories. So in the same fashion, what its uncle has done, so you tell me that I will record it as a story. Word to word, she record that is said and I recorded and conveyed. That is how that duty of a judge is also there. So here you have to take them into confidence. If you threaten, no, if you are not giving evidence that I will acquit her, then that's it will go. With the fear. So in that line, so here that these type of things are very much required in this particular regard. So that's why Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich, has said every problem comes with an equal or great opportunity, but we have to use it properly. We have to use it properly. Whenever any case comes, so many PIL cases have come. So here, that money is not the criteria to earn. At that time, that you have to stand up and that is fight for those of us. Now I request young budding lawyers, in an opportunity where opportunity comes to you to protect the rights of a woman and child, first you protect it. Past history has shown that protect the rights, many advocates have also filed in the many advocates have filed. So here in this annual conference, so many participants might have participated, and I think they are going to be given some prizes, and some will be winners, some will be that is a loser, something it will be that. Now they want to give you a buffer. Whenever you want, let us go to the court of law to practice. So both will not win. One will be winner, one will be the loser. Except in case of mediation. Except in case of mediation. So here, that there in mediation, win-win situation will be there. But in all other cases, pairing, that one will be the loser and the another will be the winner. So here, always those persons who lose, they feel that it is a stepping stone for their future success. It is not an end. It's not an end. So in that right, so here that failure is the stepping stone for future success. It is said. So winners do not do different things; they do things differently. So this time that they have done properly and won the, that is first prize or second prize, whatever the prize which is are there. Why they get? Because that they have prepared it in a different and a different approach. You have seen Three Idiots. Three Idiots you have seen. I think nobody is there that has not seen. In that film, that how you used to study. So in the same fashion that the winner might have done. ನಾವು ಹಗಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ರಿ ಅವನ ನಿನ್ನೆಯಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓಡಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ನೋಡಿದ ಮುಂಜಾನೆ ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು ಬೆಳತನಕ ಓದಿದ್ದೆಷ್ಟು ಮಹತ್ವಿಲ್ಲ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೌ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೆಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ convincing. So in that light I say that those who have won the prizes, congratulations to them. And those who have participated, I congratulate them that it is an experience, great experience for you. And in future, definitely that you will be one of the best. Always, the last benchers will be. I'm also one of the last benchers, but I have become great. So in that light, so yeah, don't feel different in this regard. And I thank the organizers and the principal and faculty members for having given me this opportunity to share my few thoughts, though I am not having any much knowledge regarding to this. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, sir, for this really kind words. It's really the day completed after listening to you after a very long time. Thank you once again, sir, for gracing this vanity ceremony. I now request.
So one thing that I have to take completely of notice. So usually our YDME institution is always supporting in all the way. So with regard to this one today, instead of because Madam is having some kind of commitment to this for all with Dr. Srinivas, the Vice Principal of Medical College Research Center, has witnessed and represented. So I used it. Guru can invite the student. Therefore, I'm just requesting our Honorable Justice to welcome Dr. Srinivas with the sample.
Great moment of thank you, sir. Before we proceed for the prize distribution, we have technical sessions from the morning. We are grateful that we have technical sessions with where the technical chair people from morning, respected professors from the distinguished colleges, have spent their day with us, listening to different papers across online and offline. So I request Srimati Shilpi Roy Chowdhury, Assistant Professor, Christ University, to give a valuable feedback. So please.
Once again, as I said that is a good friend of me, that is Dr. Dave. So here I was a faculty member in GK Law College. So I was a medical practitioner at the KIMS. So if he was attending my classes, an opportunity to meet my student also. Thank you. You are also welcome.
Ma'am, please.
Very good evening. Very good evening to everyone. I'm now in a bit of a conundrum. I'm wondering what I'm supposed to say to all of you after Sri Patilji has addressed you. Anyway, I will attempt to light a candle in bright sunshine now. Yeah. So today we had, of course, a lot of sessions were there, and one thing we all understood was the variety of issues with respect to the marginalization of women and children. It is not a unidimensional problem. This is something we all understand very well. Yes, it is like the problems plaguing marginalized communities, especially women and children. If you were to visualize a woman standing at an intersection, yes, and all the cars coming from multiple sides and hitting, you can't figure out one particular car which has caused the most damage. All those cars have caused damage. And that is exactly what the intersectionality of being marginalized is. Yes, that you are not just plagued by a marginalization of either being just being a woman. Your caste also could be a culprit. In the marginalization you have, in the discrimination you have faced. Age, as Sir has mentioned, multiple POCSO cases. Age could be an issue. The color of your skin, your name, yeah, your showing where you are from, your religion, anything, nationality, ethnicity, so many things. The final product of discrimination that happens, you cannot filter or sieve it out and say that there is one only the fact that she is from this caste affected her. No, it could be a multitude of things, right? And this is one thing which I thought through all sessions today we could very clearly understand. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you will agree with me or not on this, but this is my take on it. That all of us, so the different ways in which harm can be caused. Hmm. So we are very innovative when it comes to harming. We can find different ways to harm. It is only the good that we don't know how to exactly do the good really. Yeah? So I mean, one anecdote if I have the time to, yeah. So one small story I'll tell you all that there was, so in the 19 this is after the First World War and before the Second World War. These two doctors, they wanted to study why there is so much infant mortality. Yeah? So what they used to do is they used to keep checking every time that the children would be born in a hospital and they would immediately die or die within a few days. They would go, they would check the corpses and all, and they couldn't figure out what was going on. And they were trying to find a solution. But see, we cannot have so many children dying. Yes, that's unhealthy for a country, for an economy, for people, everything. So eventually it was found out that these doctors, they used to go examine cadavers without washing hands. They would go back, deliver children. So all the infections of they would take from the corpses, they would pass on because without sanitizing, without washing hands, they would go and deliver children. So they were the reason that the problem was passed on further. Yes. So over here, They were trying to be part of the solution, but they also aggravated the problem, isn't it? Yes. So now the way you interpret the story is very important. If today we are all here, yes, in the moment we all feel for this cause. If you, this is where your conversation ends. If you stop talking about it after you receive your prizes, then in that case you have contributed to being part of the problem. But if you continue talking outside and try to bring about a change, and some of us will successfully bring about a change, that is where you become part of the solution. Yes. So that is something which is very important for us to remember. Yeah. And I think I'll just quickly conclude. I mean, this one thing sir mentioned that a bird with one wing cannot fly. Yeah, this is something he mentioned right at the beginning. Now he was referring in terms of society. He was referring to the society. That a society without women cannot really function. Yes, which is true. The solution also similarly cannot function without men. So as much as we need women as part of the solution, we also need our men as part of the solution. And to that end, I really kind of applaud Dr. Manjunath sir for being such a visionary. Yes, in having such a conference. I mean, as a first annual theme conference, and of course, to finally say that I know I will go home assured that our futures are in safe hands because our judges are so aware of all the problems that plague us. So because of this, half the battle is won because the judges are on our side. Yes. All right, with that, thank you so much. Hope you all had a productive day.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. I now request Dr. Anjali sir, Principal, RA Law College.
Good evening, all of you. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರದು ಒಂದು ಈ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಒಂದೇ ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದಟ್ ಆನರಬಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟಿಸ್ BA Patil sir and Jagdish, Vice Principal, Medical College, and my good friend Mr. Professor Dr. C.G. Manjunath sir, and today's complete program I would say once again to good evening. And sir, definitely in the morning till now, we spent almost full day with the Vaidehi Institute. I'm not feeling that we have reached some unknown institution or when we are very, very comfortable. How we feel that our institution, that much of that much of feel we have, I think so, not only by me, all the participants and other colleges, HODs, principals, everyone I met, maybe they may also agree with my words. Sir, thank you first of all that hospitality and your cooperation to all the staff and faculty. Firstly, why the Institute of Law just, I think, not even a 1 year baby. In the morning also they said it is not even 1 year baby, 8 to 10 months organizing this kind of conferences. Definitely it is. And big applause for the principal and all the team. And the cooperation by each faculty and the student volunteers and students, your efforts definitely it shows we are all very happy and not only here, throughout India. More than 100 plus the articles you receive. And out of that, I get around 10 to 12. Extremely good. And how they are interpretation. Not only in Bangalore, the Hyderabad, Nalsa, Delhi National Law Schools, Calcutta, throughout India, all the paper presenters, they give best. The topic is one more. How you are the baby of present, 8 to 10 months. The state, the woman and child, you are the child at present, I can say this one. That definitely the child is there in the good hands. Definitely this institution may grow in the better eyes within that time. Definitely, I hope this from till morning to evening what I observe. Definitely We wish to good luck for this institution and Manjunath sir and the management also. And special mention that this sir is given to the extreme good, the requirements to the society, what we have to know as a student. That is given to sir. Sir, I give each one. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable feedback. Now, from the participants, I request Sharon, Assistant Professor and Fan Law School, who presented her paper for valuable feedback. Okay. Good evening. Good evening, Honorable Mr. Justice B. A. Patil, sir, Vice Principal, sir, and Manjunath, sir, and Sahana, ma'am, and all the students and dignitaries of the dais. Firstly, thank you so much for having us. As my seniors in the profession already have mentioned, it really did feel at home. And the 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 uh, the topic for the presentation, women and child, although it might seem like it's something that has been talked about already, as Shilpi ma'am has already mentioned, it's something that is so pertinent in today because what happens is we talk and we stop there and we do not take it forward for it to be, taken as a cause in our life and application. So that is something that kind of, I heard my fellow participants, fellow presenters, and I have definitely been, I'm less enriched more than I was when I came here. And also, Manjunath sir, I got to know that the first, of course, the first annual conference, there were around 110 participants. That's quite a feat in itself. So that's something that many established colleges are not able to, boast of. So that's one thing. Sir is my senior in profession and now a mentor also my ex-colleague, Sahana ma'am. She is my very, very dear friend and my colleague. And on your lordship, when you started the talk, you mentioned that what will you do after police come and done batting? Let me tell you, we enjoyed it more than police. Joy to talk, it is not like an sir from RD University mentioned that it did not feel like we completed an entire day. We enjoyed this day, we have enriched ourselves with knowledge as well as a lot of protection with everyone that are present. So thank you so much, sir. All the best, and under your guidance, it will only do. So that's thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I now request one of the students, Radhika, to give a valuable feedback on.
Greetings of the day. Greetings of the day. This is Anuradhika from Bharat Institute of Law from Chennai, and I'm very excited to, and I'm very, very nervous to say something about this, but I'm very grateful for having B. Patil sir and Jagdish sir and C. Manjunath sir. Actually, it's a very great achievement. You guys have. Actually, I'm not as experienced as she explained you guys, but I'm pretty sure that the whole conference was very, really good, and I'm very extremely happy that I got an opportunity to present myself in Vaidehi Institute of Law, and this was not a wrong decision as I was extremely very confused that I should present online or offline, but gratefully I have applied for offline and I'm very happy for that. And all of our teachers, staff, ma'am, they all were so politely. judges and chief judges who is not with us now, but ma'am and every student who contributed very well for this program. Thank you. Thank you. You're absolutely fine. And I should say that a round of applause for our fathers from morning who waited for her to complete a technical session, who did not even sit in the technical section where Dot was presenting because she would get nervous. See, this is how we are empowered, not only by ourselves, by sir. Thank you so much for your contribution. Yes, please. Actually, it's I did this stuff, but actually, is from yesterday, from today, he is sitting here, and I'm very happy to present this in front of our father. And actually, I'm very, very women and children. And this is how we start from our homes only, our kids only, and starting actually giving the great support to our kids. And it's a very great opportunity to standing beside. It's my mother and father who is standing beside me at all the times, and I'm very grateful for this. And thank you, ma'am, for giving this ability to my father. Actually, I don't know. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I now request Dr. Rashid Chakrabarti, Assistant Professor, JSS Law College, Mysore, who has traveled across from Mysore to Bangalore and from Bangalore to Washington with 3 hours of private stuff. Your feedback means a lot to us, please.
I don't want to change this tonight. Just like other fellow presenters, I wanted also to present all that, but due to my dear friend Dr. Manjula, I'm here. And the second time I'm meeting Patil sir, whose first was during the March during my guide's retirement. So I'm feeling very happy. And the initial days of birthday he started. I think there's something else is going to happen there. Just because of this one. And be a part of this wonderful process.
Thank you, Dr. Rashid. As a token of gratitude for our technical chairperson from morning for your all patience and sharing your knowledge, we would like to present you a token of gratitude, and I request Honorable Jeffrey Sir and the Jagdish Sir Vice Principal to please hand over it to our chairperson, Dr. Anjan Reddy, Principal, RB Law College. So please accept this small token of gratitude from our English Dr.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dr. Raghunath Sir, Principal, Hyderabad College, Udupi. Sir has traveled all along from Udupi in this monsoon. Professor Shilpi, Assistant Professor of Christ University. Professor Rajkumar. Professor Nauri. Dhanishri. Thank you, sir.
Apart from this, we have another couple of technical cases but they are online. So, Dr. Anish sir from Research University, and Dr. Prakash, Team Jain University, and Dr. Abuti, Nalsa, Priyatula National University. So, we are acknowledging their contribution as a technical chair.
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Jagdish sir, Vice Principal, Highland Medical College to address that. So please.
Good evening, I take on behalf of Vijay Group of Institutions to place on record. I hope we have met your expectations and you had a fruitful discussion. All the group of institutions are aspiring for excellence, and our youngest child in the form of college is also striving for excellence. And my role, I always look at, I am basically a forensic medicine professor. So that was always law was a part of me. So when I was working in my former institute, medical college there, I always had a dream that I should join the law college and have my LLB degree. And I was nurtured by none other than our own great sir, Justice B.A. Patil. So, because of my work pressures and commitments, I was not in a position to attend all the sessions of the day. Those days, attendance was still not as strict as now, but with the learnings what I had from all my teachers at the GDK Law College, I was secured second rank in to venture further, and once I shifted to Bangalore, I ventured into National Law University, Bangalore, to get a postgraduate diploma. And today, whatever I do across the country and globally, so it's all because of my dual medical and law background what I have. I do address the judicial academies across the country with the national also. I do address all the police academies, including the National Police Academy at Hyderabad. I do address all the IAS people. I even go to the Lal Bahadur Shastri thing at Masuri. So I do travel across the country and do address all the government. Human child is my favorite topic. So I do address the issues concerned from the medical side, and I do bring a lot of changes. So I was very happy when Manjunath put out this agenda, and sir is coming over as the guest. Then I told I will come to the last. So I want to take the blessings of my own teacher, though I always knew why is such intelligence and intellectual at GK Law College. He is a person of great, and within no time I could find him moving from the sessions to the high court. And when I met him last time in the National Judicial Academy, Bhopal, I was wonderstruck. Okay, I have come to a place where my boss is there. So that's the greatest achievement I feel. And we are all honored with such presence today in the Vijay Group of Institutions. And on behalf of the Vijay Group Institution, I would convey that greetings from our chairperson for a busy commitment. You couldn't make it in physical presence today. and we look forward for such fruitful discussions so that we all evolve and ultimately we all serve the society. Whichever sphere, we are all one of the stakeholders, and the topic chosen for this conference is also. So with that, I thank Avinash to give me this opportunity in front of my own visionary person to speak and share the dance also with you. So that way I'm honored. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request student conveners of the conference to declare the winners. I request Rahul Verma and Triveni to declare the winners.
Thanks sir, for attending the event and giving us the opportunity to learn a lot from you. Thank you so much. So this was the first national conference from our institute, and we are very much thankful to our principal sir for giving us this opportunity to organize this, and we are very glad that so many students have been participated across India. We were getting calls from Jammu Kashmir to Chennai to multiple states, Haryana, UP, MP. So it was very much fruitful and learningful session from everyone. Uh, so now we are going to announce the winners. The first prize for the best paper award under the student category goes to Karan Gupta. Online. And the second prize under student category goes to Ananya Singh. Also.
The third prize goes to Anita Madhu. Third, Anita Madhu is a scholar. The second prize goes to Shima Dhar.
The second prize goes to Seemadhar under academician category, and the first prize goes to Anita Madhu under research scholar. First prize.
Thank you, Rahul and Triveni. Now I request Honorable Justice Sir to distribute the certificates on the offline participants who presented their papers. Firstly, Dr. Ashray, Assistant Professor of JSS Law College, Mysore. MS Wani, Professor KSLU. Professor Kanni, Assistant Professor of Law School. Student Ms. Sai Indra, Aishwarya Rajni, Pooja HR, she was LD student. Ramya CJ, Assistant Professor, Mr. Anand Narayan, Amir Mehta, Ms. R. Khadija, Mr. K.V. Shankar Akash. Ms. Sharon John, Assistant Professor, IIT Law School. Participants online, the certificates will be sent. The scans of the certificate will be sent to you, which will be reaching you shortly. Supporting the young college students, valedictory ceremony, I now request Dr. Varghese sir to propose out of thanks.
Good evening to you all. I know that everyone is eager to get back to your home. I will make it short. Please don't think that you are not deeply packed. Extremely, it's very late. Honorable Justice, CPA Patil, former Judge, High Court of Karnataka, most beloved Dr. D.S. Alpaja, Chairperson, Vaideli Group of Institutions, in your absence. Dr. Jagdish N. Vice Principal, Vaideli Medical College, and HOD of Forensic Medicine. Respected technical chairpersons, participants, Dr. C.J. Manjunath, Principal, Vaideli Institute of Law, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to be called upon to propose the vote of thanks of the valedictory function of first annual edition BAA Conference 2025. This day was a day of beehive activities for Vaideli Institute of Law. On this occasion, we are fortunate to have Honorable Justice C.D.A. Patil for the valedictory address. His presence this evening is a great source of motivation to all of us, the faculty as well as the students. I, on behalf of the entire Vaideli family, I take this opportunity to express our sincere thanks to Dr. A. Kalpaja, our beloved chairperson, in her absence, because his presence is here, even though he is not here, for all the support and encouragement. Thank you, ma'am. I take this opportunity to extend our most sincere thanks to all our guest invitees who have come from different institutions and departments of our Vaideli family for their continued love and concern. I wish to express my gratitude to the principal of our college, Dr. C.G. Patil, for the meticulous effort at every point of time in the organization of this successful conference. Thank you, sir. I must thank all the technical chairpersons, real stalwarts in the field of law. Due to lack of time, I am not extending the words, but we heartfelt thanks to all the technical chairpersons and the participants from different parts of India, online and offline. We are really grateful to you. We expect you to meet you later in the coming years. Thank you very much. I would also like to express our sincere thanks to digital marketing team, technicians, and other Vaideli staff for the timely help and assistance. I would like to thank my colleagues and non-teaching staff and our dear students for their commitment and hard work towards making this conference a grand success. Thank you very much.
and for fresh students and parents also are here. Thank you very much. I thank Dr. Sagna Gopal, the Master of Ceremony, for the awesome presentation. Once again, I thank everyone present here for sharing this special moment with us. Thank you very much.
We also thank you, Officer. And one person we have we should thank is Professor Cyril Jacobs. 100 plus missed calls and messages. He used to reply, revert back with so much of lot of patience, and everybody was satisfied and happy with his reply and sharing the links and from the inception. Thank you, Cyril sir, because you are the backbone of this. And, and also Dr. Sneha, ma'am, thank you so much for this. Your contribution has given added success to this. Thank you once again. So I request all of you to raise to begin to be staying.